Hello there, I'm Artsy Gamer 7, and of course you can probably tell that I am not speaking along with how my lips are moving in this video, and it also looks like it's going very fast. That is because I have sped this video up, because I somehow lost the audio for my mic, and I'm not recording with the same system that I had recorded with for years. So in some ways, I'm still learning new things about this, so the reason why I haven't had any Not-So-Berry episodes come out was because I was trying to see if there was anything I could somehow do to recover the voiceover at all, and no matter what, I could not find anywhere to do that. And also, I sort of wanted to try to go through the video and try to see what'll happen in this video so that I can make a voiceover and explain what was going on. Obviously, I didn't want it to be as long as the actual video would have been, so that's why this video is a little bit shorter than normal, because I'm having to just do a voiceover and I'm not actively talking as things are happening. I'm not experiencing them, then you don't get to hear me experience them, but I at least wanted to let y'all know what all happened and sort of go over what all took place in this video. So yeah, obviously this is episode 3 of Not-So-Berry Plum Edition. Obviously it's not episode 3 of just Not-So-Berry in general. That episode 3 has been a really long time ago at this point with Raina and the Mint generation. It's been a while. But yeah, so now we are on the Plum Gen. And this was only episode 3, and in this episode, luckily I will say, as far as like progression for the Plum Gen in general, not a big chunk happened, because there were some other things that I was sort of focusing on, but I did actually move both of the twins' room down into Raelyn and Everly, down into the basement, so like I made like a basement level, and their rooms get moved down there because the little baby, which for some reason I'm forgetting the name of right now, was going to be aging up and needed a room. So, and plus the toddler would also be aging up, or not toddler, I think she was an infant. She was an infant at this time, not a toddler. I'm thinking about very recently, because I have recorded a few episodes since this. So yeah, she was going to be aging up into a toddler, and the one little room that I've been putting like the infant in is pretty small. Obviously it's fine at the same time, and if I have to, I will make do with leaving a kid in that room. But if possible, I will keep trying to move the kids up so that, you know, as you get older, you get more living space in a house that allows it. Now, eventually, you know, maybe this won't allow it as much anymore, because depending on what's going on. And, you know, I do sort of want Sue to have a big-size family, because a big part of her was, like, the family movie nights, the, like, you know, parenting skill, that sort of thing. You know, family was supposed to be an important thing for her. So I did sort of want her to have a larger family. Luckily, unlike in my Not-So-Berry, that's the opposite. We're talking about Not-So-Berry. Unlike in my female gaming legacy challenge, is what I was meaning. Sue ended up having most of her kids towards the tail end of completing her generational goals, and even after. So, like, you know, I'm not hindered by having to take care of all these kids for her specifical? That is not a word. You know what? I'm making it a word. It is now a word, specifical. Anyway, you know, so was able to easily focus on her stuff because there wasn't as many kids to fool with and things, and now that there are kids to fool with, Sue and, I have too many sim things going on. Some of them where I'm playing on my own, and then some of, obviously, the 3 recordings that I have right now. And for some reason, I am forgetting his name at the moment. But anyway, her significant other, they do pretty good with taking care of the kids without me, like, having to tell them. So, you know, that's nice. That's nice. But yeah, so, their rooms are moved down there, and I did put a space for a bathroom down there. I totally forgot to fix said bathroom until like the next episode. I think I have it fixed by then. So yeah, you'll see that in the next episode. And I will actually talk about it. Like, I'm like, hey, look, I got the bathroom this time. I finally remembered it. I sometimes do forget bathrooms, not gonna lie. Because even when I'm doing speed builds, which I haven't done too often recently, or, well, I haven't done it for a while. But, even prior, when I was doing speed builds, or I'm just sort of decorating house for my own, I leave the bathrooms to last. And then sometimes I just completely forget to do them altogether, because I've left them to the very end, and, oh well, it's fine. That's cool. As long as there's at least one bathroom, at least there's, you know, that's fine. And technically, there is 3 bathrooms, currently. After I fixed that one, there's 4, so, you know, it's fine. It's okay. So yeah, also I did get Raelyn her part-time job because, for Raelyn's generation, the Plum Gen, you are supposed to complete 3 different jobs. And the first one is fast food, and since it is the one part-time job, it makes sense to go ahead and at least start it as a teenager, so that you can fully focus on getting those other 2, done, or getting them to a certain point. I can't remember which, if you have to get them to a certain level, or not before you move on. I think it is. I'm not sure. Can't remember. I could actually open up the rules while I'm doing this voiceover so that I also have that for clarification. So, but you know what? Here they are. I totally had them up the whole entire time. Totally did. So, yeah. Yeah, it doesn't actually say that you have to do those careers and get them to a certain level. So it's fine. It's cool. So that's sort of your determination, but I probably will at least try to get to level 2 or 3 of each one of them. And it does say the entertainer career has to be your last one also. So to me, it just seemed like the logical step. Fast food, then, doctor, and then entertainer. It also has them listed in that order, so maybe that's just also, you know, a thing. But yeah, you can do the fast food while you're a teenager, so you don't have to worry about it when you're an adult. If you choose to do that, it probably doesn't matter. And, you know, you're probably making it a little bit difficult for yourself, but sometimes people like a challenge. I personally made the female gaming legacy a little bit more challenging than what I had been experiencing for the Not So Berry. Just to have one a little bit more of a challenge. Not to say that the Not So Berry challenge isn't a challenge. I just think, so far, the female gaming legacy, I made it a little bit more harder. Like, Not So Berry may be normal level, female gaming legacy is hard. So I did get her to join that fast food career, and, you know, she's doing pretty decent in it. I got her reading some books to get that aspiration going, because we had to read some books for the first part of the aspiration. Got that getting underway, to get to the next level of said aspiration, and, actually, I'm pretty sure that I do actually move to the next level in this video, if I remember correctly when I watch back certain parts. So, yeah, I did complete a aspiration step. We did get her a new job, and a few skills here and there were worked on, but we didn't make huge progress necessarily in any of those skills. But we at least have some skills going on, because she does have to get a lot of skills. She's got to max the dancing and one other skill of your choosing, and then you got to get like 6 of them, 6 other skills up to level 8. So, you know, we got to get some of those skills underway. So as long as we're making some progress in multiple skills almost every day, sim day, you know, that's pretty good. I think that's a pretty good win in the book. So, you know, as long as we're getting those underway. Also, since Raelyn does have a twin sister, though ultimately I did go with Raelyn to be the Plum Sim, I will refresh you that, I will let you know that, Everly also has sort of got, like, an after-school activity. I was gonna try, I didn't know how the activities for, like, school stuff worked with part-time careers. I didn't know if you can get 2 of them that wasn't the same, because I think your adult sims can technically have, like, 2 part-time jobs as long as they don't interfere with each other, I think, if I remember correctly. So I was wondering if that was possible, but it's not. You cannot have a job and then do, like, I think she's, like, part of that, the video game one that's like an after-school thing. You cannot do both of those. I tried. So ultimately I decided to give her like the little video game thing and not the career. Now something that I am a little sad about that got missed in this episode, even though technically is not something that needed to be done for either generation that is currently here, the Gray Gen or the Plum Gen. Gray Gen is done, so obviously it doesn't need to be done for the Gray Gen, but it also doesn't need to be done for the Plum Gen. But it was something that I was looking forward to doing, and I, had it planned out and did all that stuff. And then this happened. And I still don't fully know what happened to the audio, because I've been really good for the most part of doing a test recording before I do any recording sessions. So I don't know if I accidentally kicked the wire for the microphone and got it loosened up. I just didn't realize it, like right before I recorded this episode, because I tend to record at least 1 or 2 videos in the 2 to 3 videos in the same day, even if it's not of the same playthrough. So some days I'll record one of Not So Berry, one of Female Gaming Legacy, and one of like How Many Babies Challenge. I might record all 3 of them in the same day, but it's, it's a recording session of me doing multiple videos. So unless like somehow I loosen the wire in between the last recording and this recording, I don't know what happened, because it wasn't like the mic cut out in the middle of the video. It was just gone. So now, like, I've tried to maneuver and move the wire in a way that my feet can't hit it, because I don't know if that's what happened, but if that is what happened, I don't want it to happen again. And I'm going to try to check more constantly and make sure that I am checking, because maybe I also just somehow didn't check that day. Maybe that day somehow I forgot to do a little checkaroo of all the sounds, make sure that all the audio was capturing. So I'm going to be trying to be more vigilant. But as you probably already could tell, the thing that I was going to be referring to that happened that I was sort of sad that we missed was Sue and Astrid. That's his name. I finally remembered it. Their wedding. So we had their lovely wedding, and luckily, for me, when Wedding Stories first came out, I was very fearful of what I was seeing from it. And, like, even after, because I didn't get it when it first came out, and then even after I did get it, I was afraid to do any weddings. But though things aren't perfect, it's The Sims. Let's be honest. If you don't run into a few glitches and a few bugs here and there, I don't know what you've done, but you have some sort of magical ability to fix it, like it just doesn't happen, because they're there. It's just depending on what they are, depends on how bad it is. And most of my glitches and bugs that I get in-game don't bother my gameplay too much, and they don't bother me too much. So I've been pretty lucky in that regard. For the most part, there's been a few times that I had like some major things that I was just like very annoyed about, but most of the time, if I see other people are already having issues, I will try to avoid playing Sims for that bit of time. I give enough time for mods to update themselves and all that stuff. But yeah, so the wedding went pretty smoothly for the most part. There was a few things here and there. Ashram randomly changed clothes in the middle of the wedding and went out of his suit into like winter wear, and I was like, "Why are you doing that, sir? This is your wedding. You're supposed to be dressed all nice. I'm sorry." And plus, like, I don't think your suit is actually that cold. So, I think you're fine. Just, can you put your suit back on so that, it's all nice and wedding-y, So, and I think I had issues of trying to get them to dance, like, any remotely together. But, other than that, it was actually a pretty good wedding. Went pretty smooth. We were at Vesperia Park, which is a place that I have created. If you would like to download that, it is on my gallery, Artistic Gamer 7. Feel free to do so. I have quite a few builds on there. I just haven't posted anything recently because I've been in a building funk and I haven't been able to get it back fully. I've been able to get into decorating builds and things like that, but I can't, I don't know, doing the full build from start to finish. I haven't been feeling lately. But anyway, that is something totally else on its own. But yeah, so did miss the wedding. and I apologize for that. If I like I said, I tried finding a way to somehow see if there was any way that I could retrieve it if it was caught and just didn't get stuck to the video file. And it's not. It's just not there. Sadly. I hope that you still somehow enjoyed this video, even though it was not what it was intended. I still, if any issues of this happen, if you've been on my past, I think it's only happened once on this channel, but I had an older channel and I decided to move channels for a few different reasons. I talk about them on some vlogs on the end of that channel and the beginning of this channel. But yeah, anyway, I want to be upfront with y'all guys and be like, hey, I messed up. Somehow. I may not know how I messed up, but I'm admitting I messed up. I don't have audio, but I at least want to give you an idea of what happened. I want to show you that this did happen and, you know, walk you through it so that you're aware of anything. And if you go into the next episode, even if you didn't watch this video all the way through and just, you know, somehow just for some reason just watch the beginning where I talk about there was audio issues, then at least you know when I come back to the next video why there's a slight, you know, whatever. But sort of have an idea what is going on and why things are the way they are. So yeah, that's sort of what's up with this video. Thank you so much for watching if you've made it all the way to the end here. Again, sorry that this happened, but yeah, I did my best to try to get back, and sorry it took so long to get this video out, but I was just trying to make sure I had everything checked before I moved forward, and then looked through the video, figure out what happened in that video, because it's been a while since I recorded this. I think I recorded this before my vacation. Then I went on vacation, and let's be honest, vacation brain sometimes takes over, and like certain things, I forget certain things easily anyway, but then once I go on vacation, it's just like a lot of things shortly before that vacation started just are all a blur. So yeah, wanted to double check and make sure that I myself knew what was going on. Yeah, thank you for watching. Hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Next one does have sound. I have already checked on that. So yeah, things will be back in that next episode, and all good to go. Though I haven't edited it yet, obviously. I have at least checked it. All the sound is good to go. There is audio. Yeah, so anyway, I'll hopefully see you in the next one. But until then, bye-bye!